Welcome, heathens and witches, to the Horn
and Cauldron
Podcast. I'm John Norgrove. This is Julie Norgrove. This is your whenever the fuck it comes out witchy podcast. Because we don't schedules. Shut up. Anywho, this is pub chat. I should have said pub chat when we said podcast. Pub chat edition. Horn and Cauldron pub chat. Whatever. I forget how you start these things. It's not important. Anywho, this is a pub chat, and we are talking about some different stuff than we normally do. And since it's a pub chat, I highly recommend you get yourself a beverage, pull up a chair, maybe you lay down, maybe do a headstand. I don't know, whatever your vibe is, dude. Like, it's up to you. Like,
do some dishes.
Do some dishes.
Put away some laundry.
Yeah, don't do work though. Okay. New homework to everybody who listens to us: do less stuff. Accomplishing tasks doesn't make you valuable. You make you valuable. So, believe in the you that we believe in. It's fine. So maybe just sit down and relax. Have a spliff? I don't know what that is. Do whatever spliffs are about it. I actually genuinely don't know what that word is.
Are you absolutely for real right now?
Yeah. Is it a half marijuana cigarette?
Is that what you're gonna go with?
I'm gonna go with one of those. Like a J in sci-fis?
Like a what?
Oh, often, half tobacco, half marijuana cigarettes are called J's. Like just the letter J in, like old sci-fi. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So I assume a spliff is like that, but I genuinely don't know.
You know what? Now you got me questioning. Because I'm like,
yeah, I'm the bad guy for not knowing what this term means. I don't know. Maybe, dog? That's not important. Okay, so while she's looking up whether or not I'm an idiot, which is fair, it's reasonable. You should all be doing that frequently. We are going to be talking about, I'm going to give you up on what we're talking about. We are going to be talking about 2 movies today.
No, dude, it's just a joint. That's what I thought. Okay.
It's just like a regular joint?
Just a regular joint. It's just another
And the word spliff is just a special word for it?
Yeah, it's just another word.
Well, spliff is a way cooler word, guys. Official ruling by me. I assume God King of all of reality at this point. We're gonna call them spliffs now and not joints. Spliff is such a cooler word. Say that. Spliff. Sounds cooler in the mouth. So that's what we're gonna call them from now on. Anywho, so we're gonna be talking about 2 movies today. We're gonna be talking about K-Pop Demon Hunter and Sinners. And you may be asking yourself, why those 2 movies? That means that you probably haven't seen them. So what I would like you to do is pause this, go watch them, come back and finish this. Because we are going to get into spoilers. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. I guess, before we get there, spoiler-free review, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
No, yes is the spoiler-free review. Yes.
Yeah.
Go, yeah. Right? Go,
yeah.
They're perfect. Go do it. Yes.
Yeah, and not only are they perfect, but they're perfect together in the same way that like the Barbenheimer craze got crazy.
But
like
less
K-pop
corpo.
Sinners is like the way.
It should be Sinner Pop, by the way.
No,
hold on. Because you start with Sinners.
True.
And you end with K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Barbenheimer is because you start with the Barbs and then you end with the Heimer.
Yeah, but we watched it with Barbie second, so...
We didn't.
Yes, we did.
In theaters? No,
yes,
we watched Barbie first, which is the reason why you were like, Barbie should come afterwards. Because we sat through Barbie, and then we're like, that's amazing! And then sat in a movie that you were like, why am I still here? And why is this 5 hours long?
I don't think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we watched first
you know
Oppenheimer,
what?
then
You know what?
Barbie.
Right now... editing Jonathan, what's up? You're looking great. Put in a clip, because I know we did a Barbenheimer review. Put in a clip about what we do it.
We're gonna find out.
Do the heavy lifting, Jonathan, you idiot. Or the conversation, I should say, around Barbenheimer, that we had at least, was should it be Barbie and then Oppenheimer, or Oppenheimer and then Barbie? Our theater had the movies playing in such a way where we could have done both. We saw Barbie first and Oppenheimer second. I think that is the way you should watch these movies.
Totally agree.
I think you should see Barbie first and then Oppenheimer second.
Yeah.
However, if you have seen the Barbenheimer experience and you saw Oppenheimer first and Barbie second, comment below. Let me know what you thought about that experience. I think that I'll probably do Oppenarby, I guess would be the way that you would say that. I definitely think that I'm probably gonna do an Oppenarby when the movies both come out for streaming. But because I guarantee you we did Barbie first.
I'm pretty certain we did Oppenheimer
I'm so
first.
sure about this. I'm so sure.
I'm pretty certain it was Oppenheimer
rock hard
first.
about it, if you will.
Because I remember having a conversation about how we wanted to be uplifted by the end. Because we had figured that Oppenheimer was going to be a dour movie.
Because we weren't uplifted at the end.
No, I'm pretty certain we watched Oppenheimer first.
It's okay. It's unimportant. Regardless, you should watch Sinners first, and then K-Pop Demon Hunter. I think in the grand scheme of things, it kind of doesn't matter which direction you do it. But Sinners is like a significantly heavier movie.
Yes.
And K-Pop Demon Hunter is a significantly lighter movie.
Yes.
And you generally want to end on an up note. So, highly recommend both. Definitely go watch them. K-Pop Demon Hunter is in the United States. Continental United States. I don't know if outside of that is weird. K-Pop Demon Hunter is on Netflix, and we watched Sinners on HBO?
At the time of recording this.
At the time of recording this, we watch it on HBO.
Yeah.
Highly recommend both. It's 100% worth your time. So, that's basically all we can say. Oh, we can tell you why you should watch both together, I guess. Music.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to explain any other details than the word music. Put it in...
Because anything more than that is going to start with spoilers, and it would probably be best if you go into both of these with as little spoilers as possible.
I don't know. Yeah, sure, yeah. I don't... For what it's worth, I don't know that it matters if the movies are spoiled to you, because both movies exist as an experience and not as, like, a reveal.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? If it gets... Okay. We are going to move into a transitory state, a superposition of spoilers, where we are not fully in spoilers, but we are not fully out of spoilers. Do that graphic. Okay. Superposition of spoilers.
You're going to have to make a whole new graphic for that.
I'm just going to fade it halfway. If you get spoiled because the movie called K-Pop Demon Hunters is about K-pop people hunting demons. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, I feel like K-Pop Demon Hunters, at no point in time are you like, quelle surprise about what's happening. Right? Because it's more about, like, the experience of, like, that, as opposed to, like, I didn't expect that to happen. Like, yeah, are the demons demons? Well, I mean, it is sort of in their name.
I mean, there were some parts that I kind of didn't expect to happen, so...
Sure, yeah. Yeah. But regardless, we're out of the superposition. We're now in full spoilers. Full spoiler alert. Right? Full spoiler alert. Go see these, come back. Pause. You know what? Actually, just mute. Let it play through maybe 2, 3, 4 times. Let it play through.
Actually, that would be great for the
algorithm.
Even better.
Yeah.
Feed the algorithm for us.
If you haven't seen these, don't pause it. Put it on your phone, and then lower the volume on the phone. That's the down low button. Do that one all the way down so you can't hear it. And then put your phone upside down. Screen on. So it's still playing. Phone upside down, like over here, to the side. And then put on that movie on your TV. And then when you're done seeing that movie, you pick the phone back up, you go back to the video, you start it over again. Yep. That's second homework. We now have 2 homeworks tonight. Maybe third homework. I wasn't keeping track of how many homeworks. Anywho. Okay. So, spoiler alert, obviously, music thing.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, we started with Sinners, and then watched K-Pop Demon Hunter. Sinners is... What's Sinners about?
Did you forget?
No, I totally know exactly what it's about, honey. This is my
thing. Okay.
Yeah. I am infinitely good at remembering stories.
I forgot because normally you do this.
That's right.
But then we talked about me doing it because it's
the bit.
Yeah, it's the bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sinners is like a vampire movie, and it's set in in America in the South in like the early 30s.
Jim Crow era.
In the Jim Crow era. And so we're following two brothers, Smokestack, and basically they want to have a juke joint. You know, they want to open a juke
You mean
joint.
smoke and stack?
Well, yeah, but some people also call them Smokestack.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to open a juke joint, and the beginning part of this movie is like, you son of a bitch, I'm in to get this juke joint up and running, which includes old lovers, friends, and musicians of all types, as well as other townsfolk nearby. This is the town that these guys grew up in, so like everybody knows them. And then they have the big opening party. They got food, they got music, they got people, they got bitches, they got everything. And then the vampires show up. And the vampires are like, hey, let us in, because they're the vampires where you have to like invite them in. And they're like, I don't know, this seems sus. And then they were like, everybody go home, something bad happened. Because one of the guys dies. Because his girl like became a vampire and she comes in and eats him. They're like, everybody go home. And so they like kick everybody out, not realizing that these vampires can't come in until like the very last like group of people. So now we're in kind of like a dusk till dawn moment here, because now we have to basically wait it out until sunrise with the people that are inside of this building, which is kind of just like an old barn. And the vampires are trying to get in, and then there's like some shenanigans about that, and it's kind of fun because the vampires are trying really hard to get in, but they're not getting in, and then like pretty easily they end up getting in, barely an inconvenience, if you will. And then there's like a big, they get in, there's a big fight. There's lots of like emotions about this for all of the people that are still alive. Big players in this movie die. And then our like main character, who's actually not Michael B. Jordan playing himself, or playing twins. I keep wanting to say playing himself.
It's the first time you've mentioned that there's a character who's actually the main character, because the twins are not the main character.
So our main character, who is Michael B. Jordan's nephew, he gets out and then goes to his dad's church, and like it's dawn and he like made it, woo, and then he decides to like do music for like a living. So that's the movie.
Let me put. We're going to put like a tiny pin. It's a very small pin. Listen, guys. Very tiny. Okay? A very small pin in that. That only barely counted as a description of this movie. It's good. It's great. It technically covers the things that happened.
But, that's the movie.
But only technically. This is why we have you say the description, because that's just delicious.
I mean, the thing is I'm not wrong. I'm just leaving out a lot of other points for us to talk about.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's tactical, right?
It is tactical.
Yeah.
You know what? You can do this. You can do this if you want.
I am. It's actively happening right now in front of these people. I mean, there's not people here. Or there are. Live studio audience. No, there's not, though.
The live studio audience is the dogs.
It's true. They're alive.
Yeah.
But
also,
this isn't
the shrimp
a studio.
in the shrimp tank.
The shrimp, yeah. We've got some salamanders.
Yeah.
Or whatever those are.
They're salamanders.
Yeah. Worm lizards. Yeah, okay. So what's the reason why are we talking about this movie, this is a witchy podcast, right?
Well, Sinners, I think it actually makes more sense to talk about both of them at the same time.
We're only doing Sinners right now. We're top downing this.
Are we?
I don't know. It's a business term. Synergize.
Do you even know what that meant?
30,000 feet.
Are you going to circle back?
Per my last email. So there's some dude in a suit right now. He's fucking rock hard. He said all those words, right? Yeah. You know what's going to ruin that? Green New Deal. Look, that guy just got a little soft. That's for you. Because business people are weird about stuff. Anywho, okay, so the reason why Sinners works in this specific instance is that the through line of Sinners, as narrated at the very beginning, throughout the entire story, as a large part of the second end of the second act, all right, the peak of the mountain, if you will, and all the way at the end, including in the post-credit scene, is that music has the power to move people and to change the world. But more than that, there are some gifted with a capacity in music to bridge the divide. Through their music, they are able to connect with the ancestors and bridge the worlds of our current living mortal world and the afterlife. And also the future. Right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she's like, they can connect the past to the present.
Yeah, the past to the present and also the future.
Yes. And also the future part, a little wild, but honestly, it fucks. So I'm here for it. Right? And so our main character is a preacher's son who plays guitar. Right? His cousins gave him a guitar. They gave him a store. They said, "Oh, I'll take care of this guitar." Right? And obviously his preacher father is like, "I don't want you playing none of that rock and roll music. I want you to play none of that blues and none of that jazz," right? And they sort of live on like a plantation where everybody's sort of like technically isn't a slave, but like it's Jim Crow time, so like still gotta meet quotas and shit, like that kind of thing. And his father's a preacher man, and so but he wants to play guitar, so he meets up with his cousins, right? This is the Michael B. Jordan twins. Like they like moved up to the north. They moved up to Chicago, wheeling and dealing, doing with stuff. Now they want to open up their dream or whatever the fuck, right? And as this like family story unfolds, you sort of learn about how like these two men represent a specific type of sin, right? The name is the plot insofar as its acts of and connections to the ideology of sin. Right? So they open up this juke joint and they get the old drunk who plays the harmonica and the piano, and they get like, well, that chick that the main character hits on just happens to also sing.
Yeah.
That is not set up, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're just like, she's hot, she can sing, let's go.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right? And so when you get to that point in the movie where the music is happening, right, you see him starting to play and starting to connect and all that sort of stuff, right, to the music. And in so doing, you start seeing all of these tribes people from different African tribes and cultures throughout time. And then you see, and the turn for this is so delicious. The cinematography for this fucking movie is so good. Oh my God, a masterclass in cinematography. It is a thing that is so important to me, is cinematography. It's so well done in this movie. Where he turns and like on his back turns around a dude who looks like he's just straight out of the 70s, like Funkadelic Revolution, fucking doing his thing with his like big shoulder pads and his like, plastic ass suit jackets and whatnot. And then you've got like DJs spinning records, and you got dudes crip walking, and you've got, guys doing rap and ladies doing dancing and stuff like that. But you also see when the like to the townsfolk who help provide the food and do the signs is this Asian couple, and you see when the wife like gets a break from the bar and goes to grab her husband from the gambling table. You see her grab him, and in the background you see traditional Chinese theater dancers like dancing and doing that thing. So it's not just about him connecting to his culture. He's able to bridge the gap for all present for the experience. All right? This is the action that drags the vampires into being desirous of his power. Because the vampires are a Hare Krishna style hive mind. Not that Hare Krishnas are hive mind, but they're like, everything's peace and we should all live together. But they're like a hive mind of vampires. It's fucking rad, by the way.
Yeah.
And this vampire sort of implies across the course of the movie that he has been alive since Christianity found and tried to conquer Ireland. Right? So he has been disconnected from his ancestors for so long. And through this man's power, he would be able to connect to the ancestors. And so you hear when the vampires first show up, they're trying to play that like it's not honky tonk. I'm trying to think what the fuck it's called. That like Southern white music of the time, right? And like that's not clapping at all. They're like, thanks, but like, nah, not the crowd, brother. Right, which is why they kick them away, because like they don't think. I mean, like these people are horrifyingly sketchy, for damn sure, right? But they're not like these guys are sketchy. Get the fuck out of here, whites. They're like, that's not our music. Y'all aren't our people. That's not what this is. Like I know we got this one white girl, but like that shit don't count. Don't worry about her. She's fine. She was invited ish.
She was family.
She's family.
Yeah.
Ish. You know. I mean, like yes, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so then they go out and they're singing other music, right? And you see later on, after everybody's kicked out and they all get turned, right? You're seeing him and the fiddle player, what is it, mandolin and a fiddle, I think, are the husband and wife that he gets.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think it's a mandolin and a fiddle or something like that. They're playing like Irish music, right? Like Celtic music, like the kind of stuff I'd hear at the Scottish Games or whatever, right? And they're playing that music while he's singing like Irish tunes.
Yes.
Right? And all the, well, now at this point in time, like all the black folks from inside the juke joint who've been turned into vampires singing along and sort of circling around him, showing how this man understands the power of music. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's sort of that connective logic, both to K-pop Demon Hunter and wherein the magic connection to this exists, right? Both of these stories, right? And for what we're talking about right now with Sinners, is about the connection between music and magic. How music can bridge that divide, how music can move the soul, how music can connect to the ancestors, the future. Right? Music is the purview of the revolutionary. Music is the thing that binds us and all that sort of stuff, right? And they even go so far as to put towards the end of the movie, when the vampires got him in the water, right? And he's holding him and our boy starts, the preacher's son starts saying the Lord's Prayer, right? Right, and the vampire starts sort of dipping him in the water like a sort of false baptism, like a black baptism, saying that these were the words that I heard the men say as they killed my family. Yeah. Right, these are the words of, and he doesn't say this, but in that moment, it was such a fucking moving and profound moment to me. In that moment, I heard him say, "These are the words of oppressors used by those who mean to chain us." Right? And in this moment, it became not about blacks versus whites, even though a large proportion of the story is facilitated through the language of blacks versus whites, right? In Jim Crow era South, right? It was about oppressors and the unoppressed, right? And, if you've studied the history of these things, right? The Chinese have been oppressed. The blacks have been oppressed. The Irish have been oppressed. The Italians have been oppressed, right? More than just white TM, right? As we conceive of it today, have been through the ringer of oppression, right? And it is about how this man's music, this man's power can unite the oppressed, can bring about that revolution, right? And then, of course, you see him tell his father that he can't give up the guitar, he can't give up the blues. He saw that power in him, right? And then you've got that post-credit scene where he's an old man who's been playing his entire time, right? And he sees his fucking boy come up with his girl, right? His cuz and his girl show up, just like, we bought all your records, we love your music, we promise we'd leave you alone, let you live out your life, we're gonna keep letting you do that, but we love your fucking music, brother. Like, you know what you're fucking doing. Which was, I think, so great, because it makes, even though there was a torture and suffering and murder and all these terrible things, right? It makes it feel like, even though these two brothers were like cursed, right? They were looked down upon as bad guys. They both kind of got a happy ending. They both got to achieve immortality with the one that they love, right? And for what it's worth, I observe that as a function of them giving this man the opportunity to understand the value of his music. A gift for what they did to him. Sort of a thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sinners, absolutely great power of music, right? A little bit less obvious about the power of music than K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yes.
Which is pretty obviously about the power of music. They tell you right at the very beginning, first 10 seconds of this fucking movie, hey, since time immemorial, we got gwi-ma and the demons. They're trying to do some demon-ass shit. So we gotta get like 3 ladies together. They gotta sing some songs, build up a Hanmoon, fuck these demons. Power to Hanmoon, power music. Next question, right? They throw that at you. That scene hits so fast. And it's so fast, in fact, that I didn't remember how fast that explanation hit until the second time we watched that movie. And I was like, damn, yeah, dog. That shit hits so hard. They don't want you to have a second of question. They're like, listen, we got 3 gals. They're going to be doing some music. It's going to be healing up some demons. This is what we got to do. Shut the fuck up. Let's get into this. Right? Which, for what it's worth, I think is kind of the right way to do it for the tone of the movie. Because the movie has like a lot to cover very quickly. So they just want to they want to be like, here's what's happening. Look at these gals. No water in the ramen. What's that lady doing? Water in a plant with some coffee? That's sus. What the fuck's going on over there? Demon fight. Like, so fast you get into this movie, but it's so good.
Yeah.
And K-pop Demon Hunters is functionally about the same thing, the power of music. In this instance, the power of music is to seal away evil, to support the Hanmoon, right? And in working towards engoldifying,
sure,
to turn into gold, the Hanmoon, which they've been told is the way to solve that problem or whatever, right? They're gonna save the day, but of course it doesn't work out that way because like the demons decide that the best way to fight fire is with a sexier fire. And I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that. That seems reasonable. So they decide to stand up against the Huntrix, the K-pop girl group, by creating what is the boy band name?
The Saja Boys.
The Saja Boys. By creating Saja Boys, and then they like basically run a gambit of we also make really great music and are throwing these ladies off their game the entire fucking time. Right? Where we get the reveal that our main Huntrix gal is part demon. Mm-hmm. And so she's got like a bunch of secrets to hide, and they use that shame against her, even though like the main guy is like kind of in love with her or whatever, right? And then like the Huntrix girls fall apart, and now they're not a band, and the Hanmoon falls apart, and gwi-ma is able to take over a stadium because like, why not, right? To consume all those souls or whatever, but then they come together because of the power of music, and like it moves bloody what's his name, the hot Saja one. They're all hot Saja one, but like the main Saja one to like sacrifice himself in order to save the girl, which allows them to like not engoldify the Hanmoon, but to like produce a new Hanmoon that is like more powerful because it's like based in truth or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like because you're accepting yourself or what have you. Which is like the same sort of the power of music thing, but it's less about like ancestral magic and more about like feeding off of the fans, right? Because in K-pop Demon Hunter, the Huntrix K-pop band feeds off the spirit of the fans in order to power the Hanmoon, whereas the demons feed off the spirit of fans for food. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
So, kind of the same, but kind of not the same. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think, Huntrix, Demon Hunters?
I like it's fantastic. I really loved it.
It's like maybe the best Netflix original. Full stop.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
for sure it is.
Yeah, it's like the best movie.
And the music is really fantastic also. So, you know.
I heard that there is going to be an official release of the K-pop Demon Hunter album. I just read this literally today before we recorded this. It's going to be like rave mixes of all the music from K-pop Demon Hunter featuring David Guetta.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I saw that today on Instagram and was like, is this fake news? And then I was like, this is the Netflix, like, official account. What the fuck is happening right now? Like, I'm so glad that this movie is absolutely dominating the, like, virtual box office TM.
Yeah, me too.
It's so fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fantastic. I really love how they use the power of music, and I think that it is really also about ancestral magic through music, because we know that, like,
well, the main
Rumi's mom, but
yeah.
we also have a sort of a montage of through history, different, like, sort of entertainment generations, if you will,
of Korean ladies.
Yeah, doing this, like, going all the way back to, like, basically medieval times. So, like, it definitely does hit the ancestral side of things too. Although when they are doing their magic, they're not necessarily doing it and then incorporating the, you know, we don't see overtly that they're incorporating the ancestors into it like they do in Sinners, but, like,
well, they're like completing the ancestral task.
Yeah.
You know, it's all part of, like, the same, like, chain of magical work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I completely see why you're saying it's, like, ancestral. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and, like, another parallel to Sinners is that the vampires and Sinners, and the Irish guy and the vampires and Sinners, and the Saja boys and the demons in K-pop Demon Hunters, they're both using their music in the form of magic to sort of, like, steal, like, life lure? Force. Yeah. No, like, steal life force from people, and it's like a much more, like, physical thing because blood. Vampires and Sinners, but it's like a spiritual thing, but also sometimes like an actual physical thing, like a whole train of people disappears in K-pop Demon Hunters. The
fine line in K-pop Demon Hunters between somebody just getting a soul sucked and, like, a whole motherfucker disappearing feels not fully vetted.
Well, it felt to me like there
whatever.
Was
it doesn't like
missing.
Affect the story in any way.
The story is amazing, although I did feel like there were some things missing.
Saja boys and the vampires, like, bad guys, right? Bad guys, but
redeemable, understandable. Why they're bad guys? At least
complexly bad.
Yeah,
right. I guess we only know Jinu's.
Yeah, we don't know the story for the.
Yeah, maybe Baby's like maybe like eats faces or something. Like, we don't fucking know. You know, or like one of the other guys.
Yeah.
Right? Old fucking corn abs or whatever the fuck that guy's going on about. Right? So, like, maybe they're not that great or whatever. Well, and we know, for what it's worth, though, Jinu is the main Saja boy.
Yes.
Right? And he's redeemable adjacent.
Yes.
Right? Or at least, like, you feel bad about the story. Right? And we know the main vampire in Sinners is, like, you kind of feel bad about the story by the end.
Yeah.
Right? Because he just, like, wants to have that connection back to his ancestors that is unachievable because of his immortality or whatever.
Well, and he also...
But his sidekicks, the two white folks that he got, utterly unredeemable. Pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were clan members.
Yes.
Right? Going to fuck with our boys and shit. So, like, it's kind of the same thing where, like, the main dude is, like, a little redeemable. But, like, the people... Like, his sidekicks are, like, kind of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
We don't really know that with Saja boys, but we for sure know that in Sinners. Those guys were monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think that's why we got that delicious killing clan members scene at the end of
for
Sinners.
Sure.
God damn. That scene, they were like, okay, listen. We've had to deal with a bunch. This has been a lot of a movie. So why doesn't everybody just sit back down, take a sip of the last of your soda in this theater, watch all these clan members get shot up?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like, it was just this, like, it felt like when Han Solo walks into the Millennium Falcon and he, like, poses. It's like just done for the fans. It doesn't make sense to the plot. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's just, he's just like, boop. Done, right? Like, Sinners is just like, we're gonna do slow motion white supremacists getting gunned down.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You know you needed it after watching what we just had to watch. Get this, relax, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Because the whole movie we're just like, what's going on with this? You know, because it was so obvious at the beginning that fucking white dude who sold him that barn
was like
a sus ass motherfucker. Honestly, the whole movie I was prepared to find out that guy was like the head vampire. The whole ass movie.
No,
I was like,
totally
this guy is
forgotten.
either the whatever the hell you call the head of the clan, you know, grand idiot of the clan, or like a vampire. Like one of the two. So confident in that because he was the sussest motherfucker on Earth. The vampire was less sus, and that guy, we knew he was a vampire from fucking the first second.
Yeah.
We saw him on screen.
No, I totally forgot about like the old guy.
First, oh my god.
Until they mentioned it, totally. I was so entranced.
I was like, where's this guy gonna come back? Like it was such a Chekhov's gun of this guy. They're just like, we're gonna do this thing, blah 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 blah. And this white guy's just like, okay, boys, you know, like one of those sort of, and you're just like, fuck this guy. Man, who is this asshole? And you like never see him in town. You never see him at the train station. You never see him nowhere. And I'm just like, something's going on with this guy. I don't know what it is. Right? And at first I was just like, well, maybe he's like, just like general racist.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we see the like vampire, and I'm like, maybe he's a vampire. And then we see that vampire like immediately murder those two clan members and turn them. And I'm like, maybe he's a clan member.
Yeah.
Like, oh. You know, like we didn't get nothing off this guy. I wasn't like paying enough attention to see if he had like I don't know if the clan has symbols or something, but like honestly, he had like a pin on his suit or something. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was mostly like interested in this awesome barn that they were touring. Like, I'd buy that barn. Damn. You know what I mean? The place was fucking rad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's very much so. I mean, both stories very much fit in the idea that like music can be used for magic.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, even though both movies present, like, a different utilization of that, I think that, like, I put the like, core magical concepts of both movies in the super category of, like, are you going to do ritual? Make a dope playlist, dog.
Yeah.
You going to read tarot? Put on, I don't know, whatever, put on some Enya or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Whatever your music is that you want to listen to while you do that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, you don't listen to music when you meditate, right?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. But I listen to stuff that, like, doesn't have words.
Word free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because I'll get, like, caught up in the words. So, I usually listen to, like lo-fi or, like, synthwave sort of stuff when I meditate. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my preferred music for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll kind of listen to anything, but like I mostly listen to like I listen to a lot of like Gregorian chant ass music or like Enya. Obviously Enya's like the fucking best. Assuming she's not a monster. Honestly, I have no clue who she is as a person. I love her music though. Or I'll listen to, like, any of that, like, sort of thematic frequency slop. I think of it, because it's, like, probably half of it's, like, AI. And I try so hard not to listen to any of the stuff that's, like, AI. Although I did just recently find last night, again, this is so temporally relevant. Last night, I found this fucking guy, totally random, on YouTube. Well, when I got in the bath, I was just like, oh, I'm going to listen to whatever. And I was like, scroll forever because I'm so indecisive about what music I want to listen to.
Oh, no, I have like a single person that I prefer to listen to. No. So I'm just like, it's different which every one time. Of these things do I want? Because it makes it much easier that way.
No, it's got to be different every time. Because I want to see what the new stuff is. Right? But I don't listen to like, sometimes I'll listen to like lo-fi shit or like Astral Throb or like one of that shits. I've been really hype on Psychedelic Dervish, which are these guys seem pretty chill. I like Glass Beads. Those guys are pretty chill. And I just found this dude who did he did in old Icelandic the Havamal.
Mm-hmm.
as like in these like hour long blocks where he like sing chants the Havamal over with it's him and a lady sing chanting the Havamal in old Icelandic over like drums and horns and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good, dude. I was so jazzed. More.
Yeah.
I was so jazzed, dude. Oh man, it was so good. And it's like it's really nice because like the Havamal is like um even though it's like uh even though it's like a poem, right? Like sing chanting it like that kind of gave it like a very different vibe. It was so rad. You know, even though you can't really understand what's happening because obviously like I don't speak old Icelandic, like you know?
Yeah.
But it was like so good. I'm very much so a like music person, right? Like if I'm outside doing yard work, I've got a headphone in and I'm either listening to a book or podcast that I'm listening to, or I'm listening to music, right? I basically always have music on. If I had it my way, there would just always be music playing. Like, honestly, even underneath the volume of the TV, there would always be music playing.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking absolutely love it. Separation of sound and like cacophony of sound don't really affect me in a negative way. But like, I listen to music like a bunch. I have a huge record collection that is an ever growing problem that I'm never going to address. Shut up! Don't look at me right now with that. Unless you want a dope record, then sharing is caring. Even though I have like a shitty record player, I have a great record collection. But like, yeah, man, I'm absolutely one of those people. Like you see all the meme online where people are like, "You say you listen to everything, but would you listen to this?" I'm absolutely that guy that's like, "Oh yeah, I know that band. They're dope." Or like, "Oh yeah, I'll listen to like Cuban throat singing." Or like, "Oh yeah, that's like a pretty good opera." Or like whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a sweet dude on the streets in London playing a sitar or some shit. Like I love kind of every form of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I use music pretty intrinsically in like meditation and magic and divination and like ritual and like ceremony. Every time we like when we I always do uh like a sacrifice of alcohol and like incense, and I always have music on when I have to like butcher one of the birds that we have. You know, because we have chickens, we let them live their life out, and then like once their like quality of life is below acceptable measures, then like it's
Below our acceptable measures, not like not like they're living in like really bad conditions.
Oh no, I just mean like when they're like old and like
Yeah.
are having difficulty being comfortable and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we let them live for like way longer than a regular person would.
They're absolutely spoiled.
They're the most spoiled fucking birds on earth. Yeah, for sure. We always have music playing when I throw dye for the shop. I basically always have music or something like that going on. So like, yeah, I kind like even when I do dishes, I like always have music playing. I basically am always a music person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I don't like, I like study music, but I'm not like super good at like I can't really play an instrument super good or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But like, yeah, I kind of always use music magically. Do you use music often magically?
I do sometimes. Like what I listen to when I'm like meditating is sort of like a like music that puts me into sort of like a null state where it's like it's enough for there to be like ambient sound, so I'm not hyper focusing on whatever sound is happening in the house or like outside if I'm doing something outside.
Like distraction music.
Yeah, it's kind of like white noise basically. Is sort of like where I like that to be, although I'm not actually using white noise, but I have used white noise and also like rain sounds in the past during
What's white noise?
like
Is that
magic, like static.
like that static sound that TVs used to make?
Yeah. Yeah, that's white noise. So like I've done that. I don't do frequencies for magic because I listen to frequencies when I go to sleep and I don't want my brain to confuse those two states.
As an FYI, frequencies is any of that shit that's like I'm seeing this one right here. We follow a lot of music on YouTube. This one's what is that? Martin's Method, the YouTube channel, Multi Martin. Like he has this one here that's like 999 hertz. So when we say frequencies, and it's because I just don't know a better word to describe these.
I mean, that's what they're called.
Yeah, well,
like,
I mean that's just what that is. 999 hertz is literally a frequency.
Yeah.
So that's why I use that word. I don't know if there's like if that's
No,
like
that's
actually what
the
people call
common
them is
colloquial
frequencies.
word
Yeah,
for
all right.
it. Yes.
Yeah, I just chose that because that's just like the actual functional descriptor of when you're talking about like this is 528 hertz. You're like, yeah, okay, that's that frequency of sound. So
Yeah.
that's it. That's why I've ever done it. I didn't know that was like a common way to talk about that.
Called.
But like that's what we mean when we say frequencies is like that sort of stuff. Some of it's good, some of it's shit. You know, there's a lot of slop out there, but like there's a bunch of good creators out there that make like dope ass frequency music.
Yeah.
Meditation or sleepy frequency music.
Yeah, I have a few of them, and I like when I go to bed, I like decide which one I want to listen to.
Mm.
But like mostly it's like because I know what like the picture is that I have. That's like the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, I want like the 3 pillars one tonight. Like, yeah, 3 pillars tonight. Like,
yeah, it totally works. Like whatever, right?
Yeah, like I don't know that it actually like helps in terms of like what they say the frequencies can do, but like I enjoy it because it's like.
It's just white noise.
Yeah, it's just like
it's
white
just
noise.
whale noises. Or
yeah, it's just like whale noises from the 90s.
It's just like whatever whale noises or bat noises or some shit.
Yeah,
you know.
But like otherwise, there are some songs and some artists that I like that do sort of like motivational magical music, and some songs that are not from those artists or like from like randos, basically, where it feels magical. It makes me feel more magical. It's sort of like witchy hype music, but not necessarily like it on purpose witchy. Like sometimes on purpose witchy hype, right? And meditation, but like sometimes just it hits like a core resonant with me, and like I'll listen to that stuff to sort of like
get
like raise energy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's Occam's Laser is one that I like super love. He has like a bunch of like sort of esoteric based techno. Is that what that would be called?
Yeah, I really like Queen Herbie for that.
Yeah, Queen Herbie.
Not all of her music is that, but like she has a few albums that are like really intrinsically sort of like magical.
Kane Kulo?
Yeah, Kane Kulto.
Kane Kulto.
Kane Kulto. We fell down that rabbit hole earlier this year, and like his magic's very much that way. I also find that like a lot of Billie Eilish songs
sort
hit
of fit
for
that
me
vibe.
in that way,
Yeah.
and same thing for Cobra. That's with an H at the end.
Yeah.
A lot of her stuff is very like
I kind of
like
feel that way about who's that was she Icelandic girl?
Aurora.
Yeah. I feel that way about Aurora, especially her live stuff, which is so much better than her like studio production stuff. And I feel that way about Marina.
Yeah.
Like Marina and the Diamonds Marina. Even though like her shit's not necessarily like magical themed. I don't know. There's just something about like she has like a function of lyricism and like sound design that just like feels like empowering and powerful and shit.
Yeah, I like to think of it as manifestation music.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But we follow like a pretty large amount of music YouTube.
Yes.
You know, and but we don't listen to like necessarily everything. Who's that? What is that? 666 Mr. Doom.
Yeah, uploads a lot of music.
Uploads like a lot of like music and albums of like smaller stuff, and there've been a bunch of those that like just like go wildly hard.
Yeah.
Right. What is that? Village of the Ionian Sun or whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, I'm not even sure which one that one is, but
Yeah, you know what I'm
there's
talking
like
about?
the 2 albums from them that he
Yeah.
uploaded that are
That
like
are so what I'm gonna recommend, if you are musically inclined with regard to your magic, is make a playlist on YouTube. There is no greater tool for music. I know that, oh, but I use Spotify. Oh, but I use, I don't know, whatever, Apple Music. I don't know, whatever the fuck else that shit is. Bullshit. Use regular YouTube. And the reason why I recommend that is that everything else has a barrier of entry. YouTube has no barrier of entry. As long as you can make music and then have a phone in your hand while you do it, you can upload that shit to YouTube. So you can, there have been bands that we have started following, and then several years later, you know, like there have been a couple of bands where we like followed and we're like, these guys are dope, and they have like 3 YouTube videos. And then like several years later, we're like, who the fuck are these people we're following? And then we listen to it again and we're like, oh, these guys. And it's because they hit it, and now they're going places. You know, or stuff like that. So we've like absolutely like found music that is like way early in the like popularity regime or whatever. So like use YouTube. YouTube has a great playlist feature, right? And a lot of bands have like cool album art, so that'll like hold up on you, that'll be on your screen while you do it, and just build a playlist and just put stuff on it. We have several different music playlists. We have like ritual music playlists, we have like trip music playlists, we have like a bunch of stuff like that, and it's just like super cool music that we vibe with.
Yeah.
Right? And just like make a bunch of playlists, give them kooky names, and you can set them to private. Like, you don't got to share that shit with the public, dude. Right? So like if you're on YouTube, you already have an account, unless you're just raw dogging YouTube as a guest, which fucking hell, dog. You're better than me. So no. But like put that, like set up a playlist and do that and put that music in those playlists, and like really give yourself the opportunity to like build these really great ritualistic playlists. It's super easy to do. You can find full albums on YouTube of basically everything you can think of. Right? Yeah. So like, why not? Are you like a practitioner in Norse paganism? You can find like what I was just describing, that like entire like the whole Havamal as a series of things. You can find all sort of like Norse themed stuff. You can find all sort of like Egyptian themed stuff if you like practice like Egyptian mysticism or whatever. I like, if you're like unsure and you're just like in a vibe and like the Dune movie fucking absolutely clapped in your mind, there's like a bunch of great like hour to 2 hour long playlists of just like Paul Atreides, Lisan El Gaib fucking Dune music, dude. Yeah. You know? Like there's so much like amazingly dope shit on YouTube musically for that stuff. So just like do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have so much opportunity in the space. So just like do that and build those, so that way when you're like, I'm gonna draw tarot cards, you can just, and you don't gotta put it on the TV, you don't gotta make it like big out loud noise. You can just like put it on your cell phone, doodly-doo, set that right there on real low volume so you can just hear it a little bit, draw your cards. Like, you let music be utilized to like align your consciousness to an idea or a practice, or like to put you in the right headspace, or just to make your rituals feel like 10% more dope.
Yeah.
Right? Everything feels more dope if there's a soundtrack. Right?
For sure.
Like what, like I'm just like, it's the like what's the like watch Big Bang Theory without the laugh track thing.
Oh yeah.
How it's like so weird, right? Like we're used to seeing music be used to curry emotional favor in your movies, in your media, in your TV shows. We expect it, right? So like when you watch your YouTubers, whoever the heck you're watching on YouTube, they generally have some sort of like background ass music or whatever. So like take advantage of that.
Most videos on social media have
background ass music, yeah. So like you like that should show that music sort of like hacks the matrix a little bit, right? So like use music to your advantage. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna meditate. Everybody's listening to like peaceful as any music, and you're like, I want to meditate and listen to Blood Tide the death metal. Okay, then do that shit, dog. Like, everybody's different. Do your thing. But, like, take advantage of it if you have that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do it all the fucking time, right? Like, I always have music playing. And if I'm meditating or taking a bath or any of that shit, I always have music playing. So just, like, take advantage of it. Like, and I think that that's really sort of, like, the theme of these two movies is, like, music has power.
Yeah.
TM. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, even though these movies are, like, specific in what music has what power and in what systems, I think that you can sort of understand the, like, basic intrinsic nature through these movies of music having power and then apply that to the self, you know, and use it for, like, your benefit or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, what's your vibe? What are you thinking?
Well, these movies also have like a lot of cultural symbolism and like sort of mythology built into them too. In Sinners, we have a woman who is doing some hoodoo practices, and that is
Boy, she immediately calls those haints. She's like, "That's a haint. Don't open that door."
Yeah.
And
So
then that big boy gets at, and she's just like, "That ain't a haint. That's a vampire. Don't open that door twice."
yeah. So we have that
she's
there.
the best character.
Sinners is a more practical kind of thing as opposed to a more magical sort of thing. So it's a little bit less fantastical. But we do definitely have those like those things there, those mythologies that tie into that. And in K-pop Demon Hunters, we have a lot of cultural references. We have like very, very specifically and well done like dress for the time culturally and for different eras, and a lot of symbolism down to like the fashion symbolism and the norige that the girls wear, and even down to like their nails. Like everything is very like perfectly put together and on purpose. They're both very like consciously symbolic movies.
Yeah.
And in Sinners, we have a lot of symbolism that is sort of like Christian in nature, where we have like sort of almost a baptism, and we have almost sort of this like trial of different sort of different demons. In a way, it reminds me of the Abramelin, because they're stuck in a place, and they have to face these demons to overcome and sort of end up on the other side. And you know, there's like these...
And even though it's Christian coded, it's not like
in your face.
Well, it's not in your face. It honestly, it doesn't even argue that like these vampires aren't allergic to lowercase t's, if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's Christian coded insofar as that was, like, the language of the time, but it clearly shows that, like, the vampires don't give a shit about your Christianity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is an interesting twist that you don't normally see in vampires.
Yeah. A lot of times that's sort of not in with that. So, you know, it's really interesting in that we have all of these different references to things, and you can see how music makes power, music makes magic, but it's sort of like intertwining through the different stories, but showing up differently for both stories, even though it shows up in very much the same way across the two stories.
Yeah.
Which is why we're saying watch them together, or like very closely together. That way you can kind of sort of bring the magic of one into the next one and see how they're dealing with themes that are sort of similar in using magic to overcome the evil, using magic to contain the evil, using magic to fight off the evil. You know, so you've got a lot of those pieces there, and I think that it's a very special moment in time when you have two movies that come out and are so powerful but still have sort of the same ideas.
Yeah, like a similar message in the power of music or whatever.
Yeah, because they both are really relying on also themes of found family and your chosen family. There's a lot of that in Sinners.
In a weird...
It's basically the whole thing
mix
for K-pop
of Hollywood
Demon Hunters.
having doubles. Hollywood always has like, oh, there's like the Illusionist and the Prestige or whatever the fuck those two movies were, right? Like you always have like, it's what did you say earlier? Armageddon and Deep Impact, right? Normally there's like one that's good and one that's not so good. Armageddon's good, Deep Impact's not so good. I mean, Armageddon's not a smart movie, but it's a good movie. There's a difference. Yeah. Right? Whereas K-Pop Demon Hunter and Sinners are both like 11 out of 10s.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I've been listening to that motherfucking soundtrack for K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Pretty much nonstop. I've had fucking Golden nonstop stuck in my head for literal days.
Yeah. And not just that album. I am also currently listening to 2 other playlists from DJs who've remixed the entire album with either other K-pop music or other music. A la K-Pop Demon Hunters X who's that who's that guy? He's got that weird ass music that we were listening to earlier. Sleep Token.
Oh.
Like K-Pop Demon Hunters X Sleep Token. And now I'm learning that in like a couple of weeks, presumably, or I don't know when the David Guetta thing's coming out, but like I'm going to be getting K-Pop Demon Hunters David Guetta? Get the fuck out of here with that, dog.
See, I went in a different direction. I listened to the Sinners album and the K-Pop Demon Hunters album. And there's a lot of similarities in the like theme and tone of the music. So like sort of the very first song on Sinners is This Little Light of Mine.
Yeah.
And then so that's the first song on the Sinners soundtrack, and the second song on the K-pop soundtrack is Golden. So there's a lot of sort of self-similar themes happening there, which is really interesting, and it like tied it together more. And they're very different styles of music, but they really kind of work together.
I have not started listening to the album for Sinners, for what it's worth, even though I love blues and jazz aggressively. And a little part of me is like, I know that right now I am having like a hype ass music summer. And I know that if I start listening to the album for Sinners, I'm going to be like, what's up, blues ass music summer? And I don't need that right now.
Yeah, we've been having manifestation magical summer.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a hype ass summer. So I without putting it into specific words, I basically internally made the conscious decision to be like, I'm gonna listen to the Sinners soundtrack once fall hits.
Yeah.
It's just like we're like a month out from the Scottish games, and Sinners had like 2 Irish songs, which barely fucking counts, and I'm just like, but like Wicked Tinkers and like fucking fucking
we were just talking about this,
and I'm just like, maybe I listen to like some more ass Celtic rock and shit, and I'm just like, no, Jonathan.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
You get too into it too early.
I was saying that it's almost Lord of the Rings season because it's almost fall, and fall is like Lord of the Rings.
In no way
time.
Do I think of fall as Lord of the Rings season.
Come on, chat, help me out.
Does the movie take place in the fall?
Well, first of all, Bilbo's birthday is in the fall. It's like the 22nd of September.
I don't know that.
Bilbo's birthday is an important day.
You're allowed to believe that.
Yeah. Or it's I think it's the 22nd.
Oh my god, if it's wrong, color out.
I'm pretty certain it's the 22nd. Yeah. It's like the 21st, the 22nd, or the 23rd. And I don't think it's the 21st, but I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd. It could be the 23rd. But like fall is like a very intrinsically like a Lord of the Rings themed time. So caveat, like I will watch Lord of the Rings anytime, all the time. Like it does not matter. But fall is Lord of the Rings time for me, for sure. And like, especially early fall, right? Before Halloween horror times. Well,
because October, you can't watch Lord of the Rings in October. That's against the rules.
Yes. And for you, that same time of year is like Celtic music time.
Yeah, it's Scottish games.
It's like Scottish games time.
Yeah.
So
even though September is like basically not fall anymore.
Yeah, September is still part of summer.
Yeah, September's still fully summer.
Yeah, it's still fully summer.
It's only getting hotter. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah,
it
yeah,
down.
yeah. This is the coolest summer
Ever gonna
that you're
experience
ever going to
again,
experience for the
guys?
rest of your life. This will be
Yay!
the coldest summer for the rest of your
Yeah.
life.
It's okay. An executive got to buy a yacht about it. Isn't that great, everybody? Rock and roll, guys.
Yay for Venice
Yeah.
weddings.
Yay.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. Anyway, watching these two together was a really awesome experience. And even though I had already seen K-pop Demon Hunters when we did this like double feature, I had not seen Sinners. And I was so enthralled with the feeling and the magic of Sinners that it really shed a new light on K-pop Demon Hunters. So even if you have seen K-pop Demon Hunters or you have seen Sinners,
Do it again.
watch them both together as closely as you can, and then let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Are you K-pop Sinners? Do you feel like it's bringing the same like Barbenheimer energy? Do you think Sinners and then K-pop Demon Hunters, or K-pop Demon Hunters and Sinners? Do you have corn eyes?
Do you have corn eyes about Sinners?
Or about Saja Boys?
Yeah.
Because tell you what, got some corn eyes about Jinu.
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Although maybe a Hawaiian shirt guy is maybe hotter. I don't know.
Nah, because Jinu is that like, he's that like reluctant bad boy. He's bringing.
I mean, he's not really reluctant, right? Betray his family and all that shit.
He's bringing a certain energy that as
sure.
that like as a goth teenager, I am very
I get that he's like an angsty bitch.
Yeah, he's like an angsty hot boy.
He's like, ugh.
He's an angsty hot
be a
boy
bad
who's
guy.
like also a bad guy. Please.
I don't know about that. Yeah, no, I get what's happening. I see what's happening. I'm making fun of him, by the way.
And also, the other movie has Michael B. Jordan twice.
Yeah, two Michael B. Jordans.
Yeah.
Twinkle B. Jordan.
One with red aesthetic, one with blue aesthetic. Like you guys.
I love that they Mario and Luigi these motherfuckers. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Also, you know what? This has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. Fuck you. The fucking cinematography of these motherfuckers smoking cigarettes together and shit. Listen, okay. You gotta understand how you shoot same motherfucker being two motherfuckers in a movie. All right, it's always delicious. This is like not my field of study. I am not here to be bloody CGI artists react about this shit, and I hope they fucking talk about this. I'm just putting that out there in the universe. But like, they absolutely fucking dipped in this movie on having this motherfucker like in several scenes interact with his twin in just the cuntiest way possible.
Yeah.
Fuck you. It's so good. Holy shit. And the cinematography for this fucking movie. Oh my god. And the sound design. The music is so fucking good. And like, don't get it twisted. K-pop Demon Hunters. 11 out of 10. Too good. Genuinely too good. If I was an executive at Netflix right now, I would be like, cool. What am I? 40? Retirement age. I'm out. You can't top it. You can't go up. Also, they fucking did not promote that good. They missed the bag on merch aggressively, right? Like, they did not have as much faith in that as everybody else should be having in it. But like, yeah, Sinners and K-pop Demon Hunters are both absolute bangers. Great music in both. Like, just the very nature of both of these movies are so good. And like, we didn't see Sinners in theater. We wanted to, it just didn't work out. We were busy, whatever. Right? But like, it was such a great experience watching that movie. And then immediately going from that, and we like literally, that movie got done and we were just like, God! And then like immediately put on K-pop Demon Hunter, even though we had already seen it before, because we watched it when it first came out on Netflix. And immediately going back into that and just sort of like sticking with the like power of music thing, but having the like sort of levity of K-pop Demon Hunters. It was such a great experience.
Yeah.
You know, so highly, highly recommend. Final questions before we wrap it up. Favorite character in Sinners? You didn't think that was going to happen, did you? There's a really easy answer, by the way.
Who's your favorite character in Sinners?
that hoodoo lady. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
I love her
is
to
amazing.
death. Good for her. Right? Second favorite character, the Asian girl. The daughter of the Asian family.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Not
really
the. I mean, like the
her.
mom and the dad were great. The daughter of that Asian family, sassiest bitch on earth. I love her so much. Oh my goodness, she was so good. What are you doing here? Loved it. Yes, it was so funny. Holy shit, it was so good. Right? Absolutely love that. But yeah, no, that the hoodoo lady was just too good, man. Too fucking good in Sinners.
The first thing that came to mind, it's really hard for me to want to pick a favorite, right? But the first thing that came to mind is the white girl.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was kind of like
Blue Michael B. Jordan's girlfriend.
Yes, no, that's Red.
Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan's.
Red Michael B. Jordan's.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's girlfriend.
And because she's like very much a part of his life, but like can't be a part of his life, but like wants to be a part of his life, but also
she was
like
she's feeling like scene,
she's feeling like she's like she feels like she's an outsider to everyone, but she's still like on the inside. So it was a very interesting way to write that character.
Good character dynamic. She's sassy as fuck too.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, she's real sassy. I dig that. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so K-pop Demon Hunter, best character, favorite character. See, you want to say the tiger.
Down.
You know, better character though. The bird.
The tiger. No, it's the tiger.
Bird. You know why it's the bird? Because you don't have time for your shit.
No, it's the
tiger.
Time
for that tiger shit.
I would die.
He's so sassy. He's so sassy. Listen, I've never wanted a bird to judgily stare at people as much as I want this bird to judgily stare at everybody.
No, I would die for that tiger.
Fucking bird.
Yeah, the tiger is the best character.
The tiger is fun though.
Yeah.
He's such a good tiger.
Yeah, the tiger is the best one. God I would die for that tiger.
So fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No human character makes it on the list. It's all animal characters. Yeah.
And there's only 2 animal characters.
Yeah. It goes bird, tiger, gwi-ma. Not a human, he's just flames. Yeah. In that order.
Daniel Day Kim, so
in that order. Did you see the video where I did send it to you? There's a video, look for it. It's on social media somewhere where Daniel Day Kim like slam poetry reads Soda Pop, the lyrics to Soda Pop. When I fucking saw that, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because he like has that little intro and he starts reading it, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Is this a bit? And then he keeps going, and I was like, you son of a bitch. It's so good. Jesus. Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very here for that. I would love more in the universe. Please do not give me any more Netflix. I have no faith in you. But I would love more.
Yeah, I would love more, but I'm also very skeptical of a sequel.
There's no way. You couldn't do it.
Yeah, how do you follow that up? For either of them. For both of them.
For both of them.
Like, would I love to see it? Yes, but you know what? I want fanfic to be the place that comes from.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're really going to do it right.
Yeah. I feel like the only appropriate sequel to Sinners is Day Shift.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, this is also vampires. It's also an awesome movie. Shut the fuck up. Like, there's no way you're going to do it good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you just
pass it on through.
Fucking weird dog.
Just a little dog, just pass it on through.
Doing little weird dog shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah, they're great movies. I don't know. I feel like there's not much more we can say about both how great these movies are and how useful the power of music and sound is in magic. Let us know what music you like to use. 3rd, 4th homework. I don't know, whatever. Lambda homework. What music do you use when you do rituals and magic and stuff? And if you don't use music, what is it like to do magic in silence? I don't mean that as sassily as it sounds, but I knew it was going to come out that way, so I leaned in.
It's pretty sassy.
Because that feels crazy to me, right? But I also live in the woods where the silence is quite loud. So
Yeah.
that's a separate issue, right? Out here, if it ain't like background, if your background noise ain't high enough, you know what you get to hear? Mysterious horns in the woods.
Sometimes music.
Drums, trumpet, saxophone,
Animals.
an animal. The animal is the least concerning of it. When you hear like a sad tuba drifting distantly through the woods in the dark of night, significantly more concerning sound than like a deer going because deer are assholes.
Yeah, my favorite thing is to like let the dogs out like before I go to bed and then be like, "Hey, come outside, listen to this forest music."
One time the faraway Airbnb doing Disney sing along, that shit
With 12-year-olds, it was
yeah,
great.
That shit was fire. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Disney sing along.
Yeah, we enjoyed that a lot.
So yeah, but yeah, like what's your go-to music? Like, do you use music in Magic? Do you not? That's always very interesting. Are you like specific in your music, or is it just like in the moment vibes? I'm always vibes based, so everything I do is like sort of, you know, I don't have like a plan when I do that sort of stuff. But this was these were great movies, and we kind of like we just wanted to talk about them, and like because they just both sort of had this like effect on us in the way that they approached magic and music simultaneously.
Yeah.
So do you have a recommendation for a magical based movie we should watch, or /and magical based music? That would be tight.
Yeah.
We're very here for that. Let us know. But yeah, before we leave, shout out to our patrons. You guys are the best. You keep us doing what we're doing and doing it better every time. Like, you know, whatever. It's YouTube. Do all the YouTube stuff. If you're on the podcast thing, do whatever the hell the local podcast thing requires you to do. I don't know. There's too many moving parts right now. It's not that important. Share us with your friends or something. Either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Julie Norgrove. This has been The Horn.
And Cauldron.
Podcast. Pub Chat Edition. I remembered it this time because of the drinking. And we will catch you guys next time for more Mystical Magical Mayhem. Stay frosty, folks.
Yeah. And don't forget, breathe in self-confidence and breathe out self-doubt.